The Bentegodi has been a happy hunting ground for Inter over the last few seasons, with 16 goals scored here in their last 4 visits. The Nerazzurri put a setback in Naples well and truly behind them with that thumping 3-0 victory over Fiorentina on Wednesday. And they'll fancy another 3 points here versus a Verona side who are languishing in the bottom 3 and still without a win in Serie A this season. It really is do or die for Paolo Zanetti's Scaligeri. They come up against 20 times champions Inter here at the Marcantonio Bentegodi in the early kickoff, Sunday lunchtime, here under the lights at the Bentegodi. It is match day 10 in Serie A, any live. Given current form and recent history, you'd be forgiven for thinking this one should be a foregone conclusion for Inter, but you never know. Hellas Verona are down there scrambling for points at the bottom of Serie A, currently occupying 18th place in the bottom 3. And what an occasion this will be for them in front of their own fans to get a win finally on the board. And they're attacking through Giovani early on here, getting the ball from Orban. Disappointing ball in from the Brazilian, but there's the threat on the counter-attack. The pace and trickery of Giovani and Gift Orban will certainly be something for Inter to think about this afternoon. Akanji onto Çalhanoğlu. Now Carlos Augusto. This is Piotr Zielinski! Not sure if Montipo got a touch. If he did, it was an outstanding save. Zielinski finding space in the box. Well worked from the Nerazzurri early on. Look at this run from the pole. Getting the right side of Akba Akpro. Boni onto Bastoni. Carlos Augusto. This is Akanji. Boni wanted it early. That's a decent idea from Akanji, just trying to drift it towards that back post, but not the height needed. Çalhanoğlu taking over. Forward to Lautaro Martinez. Montipo has come a long way. Lautaro with the dink! Off the line by Victor Nelson. Marvellous defending from the Dane. Talk about last line of defence, that's exactly what he proved to be there. Lautaro might have been in an offside position, Nelson wasn't to know. And that is worth a goal as he clattered into the post. He may have injured himself in the process. Zielinski back to Çalhanoğlu. So many players in this Inter side capable of keeping the ball and frustrating and tiring out this Verona outfit. Sučić goes low. This is Lautaro Martinez. Wonderful ball from Sučić. Everybody expected him to loft it towards Boni. He went with the low routes. Lautaro latching onto it on the edge of the box. Çalhanoğlu whipping it in. So difficult for the goalkeeper there. Well away at the front post by Bella Kotchap. Çalhanoğlu goes low this time, and this is Zielinski! A goal from the heavens! Surely we've just witnessed goal of the season there. Çalhanoğlu trying something different, and Zielinski with the extraordinary finish. That is football at its finest. There's not many players in the game today who have the finesse and quality to produce that kind of finish. Piotr Zielinski is certainly one of them. 4 goals in his last 3 for Hakan Çalhanoğlu, but he turns provider today with that assist. A player who any Inter fan will tell you he's so thoroughly missed when he Suffers the injuries that he's had over the last couple of seasons. Here goes Giovani. Verona trying to hook themselves back into the match. Giovani twisting, turning, Belgali. To be fair to the Algerian, it was a bobbling pass from Giovani. The ex-Southampton player releasing Belgali. So many blue shirts forward. This is Belgali sprinting into the box. Decent delivery needed. It's hung up. Sommer beaten. This is Bradaric. I'm not sure what Bradaric was trying there, whether he was trying to head towards the target or assist one of his fellow attackers, but he got it all wrong. Good intent shown by Belgali. This is Orban. Well, he's not going to beat Bisek for pace, Gift Orban. He's got to find another way this afternoon. I'm not sure about the possession stats so far. Inter must be in the mid-80s. They've been keeping the ball so well. Lautaro onto Luis Enrique. This is Ange Bonny. Back to Luis Enrique. It's well worked. Bastoni in the centre, as is Sucic. This is Bastoni! Palmed away. And then on the rebound, Carlos Augusto was blocked. Akbar Akpro's taken one for the team there. Well, a fairly routine save for Montipo, but he had to make it. For the first time in the match, Inter getting Bonny involved. Credit to Luis Enrique for digging out the cross. It was pinpoint, exactly where Bastoni wanted it. Just couldn't generate enough power to really test Montipo. Well, the first goal came from a corner. Can Verona repeat the trick? Frese, well held by Sommer, I should say. Orban was on hand, just in case Sommer dropped it. Good effort there from Frese. Here's Orban, getting the ball on the deck. He releases Giovani. This is where Verona can be dangerous. Giovani! Giovani! Far and away Verona's best player this season. The immensely talented Giovani saves his first goal in Italian football for this pivotal occasion against 20 times champions Inter. A spectacular finish from the Brazilian. Well, he's had to be patient, Giovani. But when the goal came, and what a goal we've just seen, he took it so well. Sommer may have even got a touch, but there was nothing he could do to repel the shot. It was too powerful into the top corner. Well, Verona needed something in this first half. Against Cagliari, it was Giovani into Orban. This time, it's roles reversed. The Nigerian with the assist. Gagliardini looking for Belgali. That's a nice ball. Kept in play by the Algerian. Belgali. Orban! Off the post. Danger not over here for Inter. Verona will come again. Frese hooked into the centre. Away by Carlos Augusto. Bella Kotchap fouled his man. Well, I'm not entirely sure how, but Verona could be ahead here. And really, they should be ahead. Sommer beaten, but Orban couldn't beat the post. Well, a hugely entertaining first half comes to an end. Piotr Zielinski gave Inter the lead with one of the goals of the season so far. A wonderful volley measured into the top corner. That was cancelled out by Giovani's first goal in Italian football. A well-taken finish to beat Jan Sommer. Verona look dead and buried, but they have a way back into this match as we go in at half-time. Verona 1, Inter 1. So that Giovani goal late on at the end of the first half, just the third goal Inter have conceded in Serie A since the beginning of October. Giovani teasing ball. Orban looking to latch onto it. Bastoni. Montipo off his line momentarily, away by Bella Kocap. Then hit by Çalhanoğlu, he's claiming for a touch. Well, he's insistent, the Turkish international. Daniele Doveri was in a good position to spot it. Let's have another look. Difficult to tell from that angle. Carlos Augusto. Still no Federico Di Marco warming up on the touchline for Inter. Here goes Bastoni, allowed to wander forward. Bastoni. Inter getting closer. Hakan Çalhanoğlu with the corner. This time it's deep, punched away by Lorenzo Montipo. Well, the expected change, it is Federico Di Marco coming on, and pre-kickoff I thought it might be that he would get a decent reaction from these Verona fans, but that's certainly not the case. Jeers coming from those here at the Bentegodi. Di Marco, remember, spending one season on loan here from Inter earlier on in his career, and he's come over perhaps to take this free kick. It is more suited for the left footer, but Çalhanoğlu has certainly got his eyes firmly fixed on the ball here. It could be the Turk to strike it. It will be Hakan Çalhanoğlu, blocked by the wall. Çalhanoğlu on the rebound. Loose ball, Giovani, he goes down. Big decision here for the referee to make. Daniele Doveri taking a long time to make up his mind. It is just yellow for Bisek. Verona wanted red. A huge moment at the Bentegodi, which could have determined the fate of both of these two sides. Such a poor ball back from Petar Sucic. Well, Giovani, his first touch, taking the ball away from the goal. Perhaps that was the referee's thinking. It wasn't preventing a goal-scoring opportunity, therefore it's yellow. Gagliardini taken short once again. This is Belgali digging out the cross. Belgali finding Nelson. Easy for Sommer. Can't remember the last time Jan Sommer touched the ball in this second half. It's been a bystander for Inter. Barella. Pio Esposito in the centre. This is Francesco Pio Esposito. He goes down. Lautaro claiming for a handball. Here is Barella now. Sucic, Pio Esposito. Away by Frese. Çalhanoğlu finds Di Marco. Intelligent ball. Di Marco in towards Pio Esposito. Well, they were lining up for it there. Dumfries, Lautaro and Pio Esposito. As the rain continues to thrash down, time is running out for Inter. Çalhanoğlu spreads it out to Di Marco. Always an option, Federico Di Marco on the left. Sucic. Back to Di Marco, still receiving jeers every time he gets the ball. Di Marco into Çalhanoğlu, nice interplay. Di Marco, Di Marco! And then Dumfries fouls Nelson. Well, that would have been the perfect way to silence these jeers at the Bentegodi if Di Marco had found the net there. He went for goal, but Montipo was equal to it. Smart work from Inter. They play some sensational football at times. Credit to Pio Esposito for keeping it alive. And Nelson. Wave after wave of Inter attack. This is Lautaro Martinez. They're claiming for a handball. And the referee has indicated for a corner. Well, they got a handball for something similar against Union Saint-Gilloise in the Champions League. Barella taking over corner duty in towards Dumfries. This is Çalhanoğlu. Blocked by Mosquera. Pio Esposito. Back to Di Marco. Patient play from the Nerazzurri, but time is running out. The ball needs to go into the box. Pio Esposito over the top. Standing over it. Decent delivery. Falls to Niccolò Barella. Well, why not? It's been far too tentative from Inter in the last 5 minutes. Now, with under 2 minutes of the 90 to go, it's Verona who have themselves the corner kick. Away by Bisek. Counter-attack on here for the Nerazzurri. Belgali winning it from Di Marco. This is Mosquera. Into a dangerous area, but no one was there. Verona certainly giving this a go. Çalhanoğlu. Clipped towards the two central strikers. Fratesi almost operating as a third striker now, as Inter go in search of what will be and should be the winner. Floated in and attacked at the front post. A let off there for Verona. The recently introduced Fratesi. Çalhanoğlu. Into Fratesi. This is Pio Esposito. He goes down. It looked to be a penalty kick. That's not the last we'll hear of that, for sure. Kivu up in arms. Doveri was in a good position to make the call. He's insistent there wasn't enough contact. Inter continue to attack. Lautaro. Anywhere will do for Gagliardini. In towards Fratesi! The sign of champions! It hasn't been easy. It hasn't been beautiful for Inter, but they find a way. Barella with the ball in. Fratesi attacking the initial ball. And it's come off Daniel Frese. It will go down as an own goal. Inter will not care about that. It doesn't matter who scores the goals, just that they come. Sommer goes long towards Pio Esposito. Another Inter win at the Bentegodi. It was below par, it was unconvincing, but Kivu's men get the job done. They momentarily leapfrog Roma into second. As for Verona, no wins in their first 10 league games, and you must feel that Paolo Zanetti is now on borrowed time. A harsh end for this Verona side. Martin Frese with an own goal in added on time. Piotr Zielinski gave Inter a wonderful lead in the first half with a volley on the edge of the box. Giovani squared things up 5 minutes before half-time. But in a nervous second half, Inter and their quality finally shone through. All over at the Bentegodi, Verona 1, Inter 2.